What's that?
Residual, you do the residual income work?
The training that I do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is good. This gets you fired up. Fired up about selling the membership correctly. How it matters. It matters so much.
All right. So let's talk about compensation. We went through it a little bit a while ago, but I wanted to go through it in detail with you. Several ways we get paid, correctly? Personal commission when you personally market a membership. Overrides when someone on your team markets a membership. Residual income when those memberships that you've sold stay on the books longer than 13 months. You can do it through direct sales. There's some group premiums. There's some great bonuses that are available from the company. Now that you've gotten group certified, there's some business solution incentives. So there's some great additional cash bonuses that are available. And then also Performance Club. So now we have a Performance Club and a Performance Club Pro. Meaning at either level, you sell a certain amount of memberships each month. On top of your commissions, the company's going to pay you additional cash bonuses. It also gives you incentives for free trips, vacation trips that we do twice a year. So we're going to Vegas in January, we're going to Cabo in July. All right, we just got back from, what's the last one? Jamaica?
Nashville, Jamaica, the Bahamas.
Yeah, so we've been all over the place, right?
Quick question, is this available somewhere for us, so I don't have to take pictures of all this?
No, he did this. This is his.
This is my
I
personal
mean, is this
one.
on your Facebook?
I'll load it in that group.
Okay.
I'll do that. All right. So we went through the commissions before, right? I did this based on you now that you're group certified. You're brand new in the business today. You go market a membership, you make $60. You go open up your first group. 6 people sign up. You get advanced to where the next time you market a membership, you're making 120. You go open your second group. You sign up 9 more people. That gets you over the $15 sales total. Your commission goes up to 140.
What?
Continue opening groups once you've sold a total of 50 memberships. So it's not like you have to sell 6 and then turn around and sell 15. You sold 6, you only need to sell 9 more.
Real quick, let's say bring your income, do your group with me. 6 people sign up. They only counts for 3 for me, right?
Correct.
All right, yeah.
All right. But if you also remember you can recruit. So let's say you and your team members collectively sell 15 members. Because they're on your team, those 15 memberships count for your total dollar amount. Total count amount.
Right.
So anytime you market a membership from that point, you're making $140. Once you've sold over 50, you get paid 160. Once you've sold over 100, you get paid 190. And as you can see, these are what we call monthly qualifications. Any month you sell 25 memberships, the following month we pay you $230 per sale. Any month you sell 50, the following month we pay you $280.
He starts off as senior director because he didn't share this earlier. He's an insurance agent.
So you automatically are right here.
That's what I told him on the phone the other day. I told him, like, you're not even know I come very much.
Yeah, so you're balling, right? Then there are the overrides. Full advance, partial advance, as earned, and payment earnings. Those are the different ways that you can get paid with the company. All right, examples. Let's say you're a senior associate, you make $120 every time you market a sale. Advance, as soon as the sale is made, $120 is direct deposited to you, even though the customer is only paying for the first month. So even though they only paid the first month's payment, we paid you for the whole year. As earned, when the customer makes first payment, you are paid $10. Next month when the customer pays again, the company will deposit 10 more. When the customer pays, you get paid. 14 months from now, LegalShield is going to grade your book of business. You're brand new in the business, and there are 5 categories. 55% persistency, 56 to 65% persistency, 65 to 75% persistency, 75 to 85% persistency, and over 85%. Those are the persistency amounts that they're going to grade you. So what do I mean by that? You're brand new in the business today, right? You're a brand new associate. You go out and you market 10 memberships, hypothetically, your very first 10 memberships, right? This month you only make 10 sales. 14 months from now, well, 13 months from now, the company's going to look at this month's book of business. They're going to look at the 10 memberships that you sold, and they're going to see how many of them are still on the books. So let's say 5 people cancel. That means you have 5 memberships left on the books. So that means you fall under the what? 55% persistency category. The 5 memberships that you sold, from that point forward, for the rest of the life of those memberships, meaning as long as they stay on the books, every year the company is going to pay you an additional $5.77 per membership. So we paid you $60 when you signed the customer up for the service, because you were an associate at the time, and then now we're going to pay you $5.77 every year that the customer continues to keep the membership.
Every month.
Every year. But they're going to pay it to you monthly, so it's going to break that $5.77 down into 12 payments and pay you monthly for the life of that customer. So you now earn $5.77 times 12 additional income coming into your house annually from the presentation you did a year ago to 10 people, and 5 of them are still on the books. Now, if you spent extra care and extra time in properly selling the membership to all 10, and let's say all 10 of them were on the books, 13 months from now, your grade level goes up. Because all 10 of them are on the books, you're going to be paid, instead of at 55%, you're getting paid at over 85%. That's what your book of business is now being graded at. So instead of paying you $5.70 per membership, the company decides, since you did such a good job of selling it, we're going to give you a higher commission in residual income. So now you're making $28 per membership on the 10 memberships that you sold. So persistency is really a double-edged sword. The worse you sell it is the worse we pay you. The better you sell it is the more we pay you. We good? Now you did 10 sales, so that means you now are promoted. You're now what we call a senior associate. That following month, you go out and sell 10 new memberships. Well, 13 months from that, those 10 memberships are going to be graded again. But now you were being graded as what? A senior associate. So same scenario. Let's say that month, another 5 memberships fell off. The 5 memberships that you sold as senior associate will be graded at 55%. What are they going to pay you?
115.
They're going to pay you the 115 plus the 577 because you were the senior associate and the associate at the time of that sale. Right?
What plan is this based on?
This is based on the 3390 plan.
Okay.
All right? That means it's the legal and the identity theft protection group plan.
Right.
Well, no, it's based on the, yeah.
Are you graded 13 months later at the position that you were at the time that you sold the plan, or the time where you are now, position you
At the
are?
position you are when you sold the plan.
Okay.
Okay? So if you were 55%, it would be the 2885 plus the 575. I mean, if you were at 85, so if, I don't remember, if 85% of the memberships or more were still on the books. Okay? So let me break it down to you easily. Someone writes 100 memberships. They come in, they having a good month, they write 100 memberships. Right? But 50% of those memberships cancel in the first year, meaning they're being graded at a 55% persistency. So I'm going to go back to this chart. The dollar amount from here to here is $16.14. That means they did a bad job of presenting. They sold a lot of memberships, but because they didn't explain to them the value of the members' perks, they didn't properly explain to them the value of having 24-hour access to the attorneys, they didn't explain to them the value of making sure that you can ask as many questions as possible and it's worth you paying that $24 a month. The company says a year from now, you lost 50% of your membership, so we're only going to grade you at the 55% or less. So we're only going to pay you $16.14 per membership on the 50 memberships that you have left. So that means you've now added to your second year in business an additional $807 in residual income. Right? Not bad. It's still extra money. You only talk to the customers one time, but 50% of them fell off. But let's say you decided, I'm not going to sell a whole lot of memberships. I'm just going to sell it right. Someone writes 10 memberships in a month, and all 10 are on the books a year from now. That means you're being graded at an 85% persistency. The dollar amount from here to here At 85% persistency is $80.70. You only sold 10 memberships, but you sold them the right way. Someone over here sold 100 memberships and they just wanted to get memberships on the books. Two things happened for them. They got advanced payment on 100, 50 of them canceled, so they got chargebacks on 50, and their residual income is the same as yours. Even though they have 50 memberships on the books and you only sold 10. But you sold 10 the right way. All 10 of your customers see the value in the membership. All 10 of your customers still have the membership. All 10 of your customers are avid salespeople for you and your benefit because you did that good of a job for selling it to them. So had the person that sold 100 memberships said, look, instead of me trying to sell 100 memberships, let me just get better at selling it the right way. And let's say instead of selling 100, they only sold 50, but all 50 of them saw it the right way and decided to keep the membership. Their residual income, just in that 1 year, they would have added an extra $4,000 a year in residual income to their bottom line. So the goal is not to sell a lot of memberships. The goal is to sell quality memberships. And then as you get better selling quality memberships, sell more memberships. Make sense? How do you do it? Right quality business for a brighter future. So this form is available in your back office. So when I sit down with a customer and they sign up, I'm going to print this form off for them. This is called getting the most out of your membership. So it explains to them what to do. Make sure when you get your email, you go ahead and create your LegalShield account so you can download the app, log into your app, make sure everyone in your family has an app on the phone. Please make sure you fill out your will questionnaire and get it sent in. Please make sure you set up your your members perks so you can start getting the discounts, and put in the information for your ID Shield so you can be properly monitored. I want my customer to fully understand how to use their system. The reason I want them to download that app is because when they see the app on a daily basis, what do they end up using? The app. If they see it, they're going to use it. Out of sight, out of what? Mind. Out of mind. If it's out of mind, eventually the only time they see it is when that bill comes and they say, oh, I'm not using it, let me cancel it. But if they see it every day, so when I meet a brand new member, one of the first things I ask them to do is, hey, would you do me a favor? And actually, December is the best time to do it. Say, it's the Christmas holidays, I want you to do a 30-day test for me. Anything that you are thinking of buying in the next 30 days, before you actually make the purchase, would you do me a favor and see how much it is through your members' perks? Because you want to get them in the habit of what? Searching the members' perks, looking for things. So someone may be looking for an iPhone or an iPad or something like that for their child. They go back here and see they're getting it at 40% off. What do you think they're going to do? Are they going to go in store or are they going to buy it 40% off? 40% off with their members' perks. They be thinking about getting a new computer or a new television, whatever it is. They go in there and go to the Best Buy app and see that because they're a LegalShield member, they get an additional 20% off of whatever discount is already at Best Buy. What are they going to do? Are they going to buy it through here or are they going to go directly to the store? They're going to buy it through the app. Now you've gotten them in a habit. It only takes 30 days to develop a what? So if you get someone in the habit of using their members' perks, you just created a what? Permanent customer. If you have a permanent customer, that means they keep the membership long term. If they keep the membership long term, that means you now have built a book of what? Residual income. All right? So properly explain to them how to use the membership.
And then another quick question. The people, they sign up for membership, do they get like an email sent to them saying like, do you want to renew, whatever, or does it just keep drafting until they stop?
So it'll draft until someone calls in and says, until you write in and say you no longer want the membership or unless you're paying.
Okay, so you don't have to worry about them making the decision again if they want to keep it another year or whatever. Okay, good. All right.
So go through them about the members' perks, let them know the understanding of everything that's available to them as far as discounts. So I don't care what the categories, we have it back here. There's a page in your members' perks where you can just type in groceries and they'll give you 9 pages of coupons. So if you know people that like to do couponing, best place to do it is through your members' perks. All those coupons are back there. You can put in a zip code of where you are and throw up all the discounts at all the restaurants nearby. You can do rent-a-car, you can do hotels. Everything that you're thinking of buying, trust me, it's back there in your members' perks somewhere. Call your pre-cancel list. So how do you keep your persistency up? When you get that email on Wednesday or about who's canceling, don't be afraid to call your customer. They're canceling anyway. It can't get any worse than what it is. Call them. What you're going to find out is simple things like their credit card expired. Or they, you know what I mean? Just ask any question they have. Make every customer download the LegalShield app. Explain the credit monitoring process to them. Explain the provider law firm system to them. People can't understand how it is I only pay $24.95. What type of an attorney am I getting? Can't be a good attorney. Well, it actually is a great attorney. It's actually an AB rated attorney. It's one of the highest ranking law firms in your state. The reason we can do that is because of the collective buying power. We got 50,000 plus people in each state using our services, and the law firm's getting a third of those payments on the 15th of every month. So it's actually one of the top paid law firms through our services, and because you're a member of it, you get the top paid benefits, right? In your back office, I suggest you send every member the Don Thompson video. It's an 11-minute video, and it's called how to use your LegalShield benefit, or the benefit of having a LegalShield membership. Send that to them so they can go back on their own leisure time and go through it again and actually see what it is that they have. But not only that, if they have a spouse or a significant other that may be telling them, why are we paying this $24 a month, they can say, hey, let me show you the video so you know what we're a part of. So they don't have to try and explain it to that person. They have something they can look at. I love bank draft. Like I told you, banking accounts don't expire, right? So bank draft is a good way to make sure you keep your persistency up. Encourage your customer to use their membership immediately. The best way to do it is at least get their will done. Have them have an experience with the law firm. Fill out their will questionnaire, send it into the law firm, get that back within 10 days. Now they know, okay, man, it's legitimate. I got to speak to an attorney. I got some value. That alone is an $800 value. I'm paying $24 a month, and my first month in, I already got something worth $800, $900. That's value. I don't have a problem paying that monthly fee. Use everyday stories of the membership. If you notice when I did my presentation, what did I do? I used a lot of what?
Personal stories.
Personal stories, right? Facts only tell. Stories sell. Meaning, I can tell you have 24-hour access to an attorney, but it's the story of realizing that your child away at college could be hanging out with some other people, and even though your child had nothing to do with it, just because they were hanging out with those other people, they could be in trouble, but your legal plan could save them, right? It's the stories that sell. So the facts only tell you what the membership does, the stories tell you how it does it. So always include stories in your selling. I always try to sell the membership in person. I'm a firm believer in eye-to-eye contact. Is it always possible to do that? No, but if you can, do it. The customers that I've had to sit down with and done it in personal is usually the ones that keep it the longest and sell it the right way. We do not do everything for free. So don't go around telling people we do everything for free. Because then the minute your customer uses the services and the law firm tells them, well, ma'am, that's going to be a 25% discount, you now have an upset customer, and they're saying the service doesn't work. It's not that it doesn't work. You told them the wrong thing. So make sure you tell them the right thing. There are going to be times where you're going to have to pay a fee to use our services. The good news, though, is you'll never ever pay a full fee. It'll always be free or discounted, but it'll never be the full cost of the law firm had you been just a regular customer calling off the street. That's the great part about having a membership. So back to persistency. Let's say you did Performance Club each month for a year, meaning every month you sold 5 memberships, and you did that for 12 months. That means just for the first year in business, you only sold 60 memberships. But your persistency is good. That means every year you're adding $4,000 in residual income to your bottom line. So by your 10th year, that's an extra $48,000 that you'll have in residual income. That's just on you and your personal sales just by selling 5 memberships a month.
So I did 600 memberships?
60.
But 600 over 10 years?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Right? So no one's telling you you got to be in this business and be a rock star and just sell a whole bunch of memberships. No one says you have to be the top salesperson. I'm just saying, whatever you sell it the right way. 10 years from now, you got $48,000 in residual income for the life of your customers. But remember, you can also recruit some people. I'm not telling you got to go build a large team. Let's say you get what? On every membership override, you get about $25 an override, right? You have someone that sells 5 memberships a month, that's an extra $129 a month you're earning in residual income, right? If they do that over what? 12 months, that's an extra $1,500 that one person that only sells 5 memberships a month has added to your team and your residual income. So 10 years from now, that one person has added $15,000 in residual income to your bottom line. Get 5 people to write 5 memberships per month at an 85% persistency. After 10 years, that's $77,000 that you've added in residual income to your bottom line. I've seen a lot of retirement plans. I've sat down with a lot of financial advisors. There is very few systems that I know where I don't put no money in and it pays me $77,000. Because remember, I didn't pay for them to join the business. I didn't pay for them to have their membership. All I did was put them in a system and taught them how to properly sell the membership, and in return, their good selling of the membership pays me residual income. Add your personal production to it, you just added a 6-figure residual income to your bottom line. 10 years is going to come anyway. I'm just here to tell you. What you do is up to you. Nothing in this presentation said go out there and sell 1,000 memberships. It said get in the habit of selling 1 good membership a month and 1 on the weekend. And get 5 people to do the same thing. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's just not that. But if you do it right and do it persistency, it'll pay you better than anything I've seen. I did 27 years with a great company. They had a great retirement program, all of that good stuff. But the minute I said I'm no longer going to be a store manager, they said we're no longer going to what?
Hey,
We ain't no longer going to pay you. I did 27 years with that company. When I retired at the age of 40, because this company gave me the opportunity to do it, I was told that I have the potential at the age of 65, based on what I paid into the Social Security system already, I should be eligible for about $1,600 a month. That was when I retired at 40, and I have to wait till I'm 65. So I did 27 years. I got to wait 25 more years to potentially make $1,600.
when you're 65, there won't be anything to collect.
So I'm only 16 years in the business right now. My monthly residual income's right around 16 grand. Meaning if I don't do anything, that's what I'll make. Why? Because my organization has sold quality business. We're not the #1 selling organization in the company. We don't have no massive amount of sales, but we do well. And the little bit of business that we do stays on the books. So because of that, our residual income, every one of my team is getting paid at 85% persistency or higher. So just sell it the right way. So let's talk about our rings. Our company has a ring program. Every 12 months, they evaluate your book of business. If you've done $50,000 or more, they give you what they call a $50,000 ring. If you've done $100,000 or more, it's a $100,000 ring. Then there's a $150,000 ring. Then there's the 200. This one's the 300,000. So that means in a 12-month period, you've earned over $300,000. Then there's a 400,000, 500,000, 600,000. It goes all the way up to the $1 million ring, meaning you've earned over $1 million in a 12-month period. Okay. Sometimes I think we talk big numbers to where we scare people. Because I didn't realize that I was blessed as a store manager to be making 6 figures. I was getting paid about $102,000. I was working 60, 70 hours to get it, but I was blessed to make it. Not realizing that the average person doesn't take home $600, $700 a week. So sometimes when we talk to people about 50,000, that's beyond their belief. 100,000 is beyond their belief because they've never experienced that. What's the best way to eat an elephant? One bite at a time, right? So 50,000, really 50,000 is $4,000 a month. That's basically $1,000 a week. That's still more than the average person makes. It's basically $148 a day. Senior associate position, you get paid $120 basically. You do that, and one of your person on your team sells a membership, you get an override of $20. If you were just doing one sale a day, you would make $50,000. If you just sold one membership a day, you'd earn $50,000 in this business. Here's residual income. This is what residual income does for you. So these are all my kids. That's my son. That's my daughter who I adopted at 7. That's my son I adopted when he was 5. That's my mama. That's my niece. That is Joy. That is Catrice Jackson's daughter. Beautiful young lady. That is Munch. That is Joy's brother. Catrice is a teacher on my team. One day she goes to school for parent day and all the kids' parents come in for her class. She leaves there to go pick her son up. Her son's crying and the only question he wants to know is, where were you today? Everybody else's parents were here. Where were you? Well, she was a teacher. She couldn't be there. And that's when she realized that she needed her non-freedom back. A year later, she was a ring earner on the team. Quit education, we pay her more now than she made as a PhD teacher. All right? You all know these two, Alyssa and Ross. Tiffany and Johnny saw this kid. Those are my nieces and nephews. You saw them last night if you were here last night. All right? They're my kids too. All right? Kenzie is Nikita Tucker's daughter. Nikita is a real estate agent on my team. This one's special to me. That's Austin and Paige. Austin and Paige they're not actually kids from parents that are actually on my team. Their dad is David Quincy. He was one of my workout partners. Well, 3 years ago, David got murdered by a relative. His wife wasn't really doing the business. She supported him, but she really wasn't doing the business. After he got murdered, income never stopped coming into the house. She didn't understand how come money is still coming. Because he had done such a good job of selling the membership correctly, his family was totally covered. And the income kept coming. She decided to pick up the business and is now continuing the legacy. Right? All because of residual income. Here's what I'm here to tell you. You're going to get sick. Something's going to happen. It always does. Life is life. It's going to happen. But don't forget that even when life happens, you can do something now that can put residual income in place and carry you through those life moments. All right? It's one of my favorite videos. I hope I can get sound on this. They don't have a sound hooked up on this one.
It's not playing right now. Yeah, maybe when you play it, it'll come. It's not playing right now.
What's the name of the video? Name?
I don't know. I downloaded it from the internet. It was one of the ET videos I always listen to.
My favorite one is when he's